Alright, so my phone died, and I realized that this is an awkward angle that's showing off my belly a lot. But let's just finish up. I have to get ready for work. But I believe what I was talking about is I saw this one. It looked like this when I got it. So if it doesn't look better, that's why. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, what is this? This is kind of a cool plant. And I looked at the tag and I was like, oh, euphorbia. But euphorbia are generally cacti-like. So I thought that was strange, but this is like a little tree. And then I looked a little bit closer and I saw, bam, spikes. This bitch is crazy and she'll cut you. So I found it entertaining, so I decided to pick it up. Sharp, but I was about to say manageably sharp and then it hurt me. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Let's dump her out here. So it's called a Pieta, a Euphorbia milii, and there's another name that I saw. It's some sort of a flower name. It gets flowers. It's falling. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and keep this one inside or outside, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pot it up with this one. I decided to get a flat pot for this one. For her, I've decided that it's female, apparently. When my camera died, the video is also 24 minutes, so hopefully, considering how little I've had to talk about, I edit a bunch out. So let me just talk about TV shows. By the way, talking about EDC earlier, one of my supervisors is trying to go, and I really hope she can go. So if you're watching this, I hope you made it. Dance all night. Wah, wah, wah. Wow, the bananas just took down my banana tree. We did not harvest the bananas. Banana bread, maybe? They're a little brown. I'm just doing this quick. I need to get ready for work. I have about half an hour before I have to leave here. Right, so I was going to talk about shows. I guess as Thick Potter, I've now ventured into the realm of nerdiness, which I've always been a part of. This is not centered at all, but I'm in a rush, so it's going to have to do. Kind of spreading it out like that. I like it. I like the artistry of potting arrangements and making them. How many tangents am I going to go on? Okay, anyway, let me finish this thought. I like the artistry of potting arrangements and making them look aesthetically cool and pleasing to the eye. But at the same time, I also just like the plants themselves. So if it's not like symmetrical or anything like that, like it's really okay for me, especially out here where I have this little outdoor thing going on. Can I hold these up? That's what it is. That's one of the good things about top dressing also, especially with succulents and cacti, where you need like a really light, airy mix that's gonna drain really well. A lot of times, especially perlite is super light and it doesn't support it very well. But with a top dressing, you can kind of give it some structure. There we go. Okay, so back to the nerdy topics. We canceled HBO after Game of Thrones, like so many people. But I signed up for an HBO Now free trial, and then I'm gonna have it for a few months because there's two shows on now that I'm really interested in. Watchmen, which is a great graphic novel by Frank Miller. Alan Moore. Wow, people are gonna roast me for that. The same guy who did like V for Vendetta. And so they're doing a series on that and it looks really good, so I'm gonna check that out. But the reason why I did it last night is because yesterday was the premiere of BBC and HBO's distributing it in the US, but BBC's TV show of His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, which is one of my favorite book series. I read it in 8th grade, and then I read it again in high school, and then I read it again in college. And a few months ago I read The Book of Dust, which is a continuation. Now I'm actually reading / listening to, depending on the situation. If I'm driving, I'm listening. If I'm at home, I'm reading Secret Commonwealth, which is, the one that I read before is actually The Belle Sauvage, which is the first book of The Book of Dust, and The Secret Commonwealth is number 2. And my Belle Sauvage copy is signed by Philip Pullman, which is pretty cool. He didn't sign it for me, but I bought a signed copy. But I liked the first episode. The pacing was kind of interesting, that you can tell that they're trying to like fit a lot in. And what they're setting up is good. I liked the flood. I don't remember if the Flood was ever mentioned in his Dark Materials proper, like the main trilogy, but having read the Belle Sauvage, it was really cool seeing Lord Azrael in the Flood, and it was a good episode. There's certain things I'm not sure how I feel about James McAvoy, and I'm blanking on who plays Mrs. Coulter, but as Lord Azrael and Mrs. Coulter, they're doing a good job, but they're just not who I would have cast, I don't think. I'm sure I'll get used to them. I'm enjoying it because I love the series. It's, as I said, it's one of my favorites. I'm not sure how much I would have enjoyed it if I didn't already have that buy-in. So I'm hoping it kind of not picks up, but that's better. By the way, the kid who plays Roger and the kid who plays Billy Costa, they just like found the cutest little kids. Just want to pinch their cheeks like a grandmother. What shows do you guys like? Are there any cool shows that you enjoy? I enjoy watching reaction videos on YouTube. And that was one of the things that I considered doing. Maybe in the future I could have an offshoot channel, maybe doing reactions. People who I watch are the Normies, AmericanMum. I hope she comes back because she's great and very sweet. I hope you're doing well, Michelle, I think, if you see this. But also Fourth Wall Reactions. I love Fourth Wall Reactions Doctor Who videos. I love them. Mwah. Failwell34, also his Doctor Who videos are good. Sesskasays is great. Hogwarts React is great. So if you like reaction videos, those are some people who I would recommend checking out. Also, Fandom Reactions 2.0, TV Reactions 2.0, Day. I don't remember his name. I haven't watched him since his Game of Thrones reactions and then a few Walking Dead ones, but he's really funny. The cool thing about reaction videos is that you get especially if it's a show that you know and you like. Let me check if it's still recording. Yep. Alright, especially if it's a show that you really like, it's kind of like you're rewatching it, but with just the best parts. Because of copyright, they can't put the whole episode in, so you're getting like the highlights of it, and then it's like you're watching it with a friend, which is so pathetic. I need friends. But it's really cool, and you get extra different perspectives, like seeing different people react to it. Like their favorite characters might be different from yours, and you can see why. And I just like, in general, seeing people's different perspectives on things is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and pot up this last one. This is a big Adenium, which I've just been eyeing at work for a long time, and someone didn't buy it. And then I set it to the side so someone wouldn't buy it because I wanted it, and I finally got it. And I got this other terracotta spot. I want to give a shout out and a thank you to Bracken Roseco. I don't know if that's how your username is pronounced, but especially with your Adeniums, because mine, the two that I have, their leaves dropped, and she was talking about how it's okay for them to go dormant, especially after they bloomed, which they did. So she has been very helpful and a kind friend. But here we go. I love it. I really like the ones. I know that you're supposed to look for one with a thick caudex, and the first one that I got, I thought it was a thick caudex, and then I looked at it closer because I thought they had just planted it too deep so that the caudex was buried, and it wasn't, and it didn't do very well at first. So I got another one, and then now I'm getting this one, and this one is starting to bloom. Which my other one, if you see my Instagram, I have a picture of it blooming. I actually have the other two together because they're smaller. But we have some blooms coming in over here and some coming in over here. So I'm hoping this one doesn't drop all its leaves as soon as it blooms. But if it does, that's fine, as long as it doesn't die when it comes back. I hope so. They have a lot of fertilizer in here. Is that Osmocote? It's green. Is Osmocote green? I do not know. I don't know anything. I am a stupid person. But this is the pot that I got. This is Azteca pottery. Is this terracotta? It looks like terracotta, so I just figured it's terracotta. It feels porous, so hopefully it does the same thing as terracotta if it's not terracotta. Ooh, echo. I'm a child. So again, I'm gonna put the screening in here so it doesn't fall all out. I'm gonna go ahead and use this bigger scoop now that I got rid of the tree cactus. Now, the potting soil that I'm using probably isn't, it's good, it's well draining, so it should do the trick for most of them, but it's not, I haven't really tailored it to any of these particular plants, but I don't really have time to have all of those soil amendments on hand or the storage space to make it differently each time. And I mixed all this together, so I have to use all of this. So what we're gonna do, there's a a little circle of dirt that fell through the screen. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Look at those roots. Try and knock this fertilizer off. I don't think you're supposed to. You can fertilize them, but I just feel like it's a lot. I don't want to get any of the sap of Adeniums, or also known as desert rose, is an irritant, so. The only thing I can call that is sexy. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Look at that fat ass. I just spanked a fucking tree. I just spanked a tree. Bush. Rose. Rose Tyler. I'm gonna leave first. There's a lot of bark in this, so I might mix some of this in with what I have. Looks like it's a good fit. I totally thought that this was off screen, by the way, before my camera died. I thought the euphorbia was gonna be a little surprise. Really, camera? Really? Right when I'm talking about camera angles, you fall? Oh my goodness. Me dropping the camera has just become a trend. There we go. All right, I think it's good. Oh my God, 18 minutes. Let me check the time. All right, so if I worked with you on the 4th of November, this is why I was looking like crap, because I need to leave in 10 minutes and I haven't gotten ready yet. So, wow. Look at that codex. It's little tushy. I think I'm just excited because the other ones that I have were smaller and did not have a developed codex like that. From what I hear, a hand's width on each side of a desert rose is good, and that's what this has. I wonder if this pot should be bigger. I can always repot later, and that just means that I need to put something else in this pot, you know? There we go. So that would be fine, because then that just means I need to get another plant. Haha! Get this detritus out of here, euphorbia leaves, the crassula leaves. I know you're not really supposed to recycle soil, but I also know that the soil that it's in usually lasts for a little bit, so it's not spent yet. I'm actually just gonna mix that in with my potting soil that I have here, and I'll fill it in. Yeah, are you guys watching anything good? Any cool shows? Right now I'm watching The Walking Dead's on, but the show doesn't excite me that much anymore. Actually, The Whisperers arc was pretty good, but this season it hasn't wowed me yet. I didn't see this week's episode, so maybe I just need to catch up. Other than that, I'm watching The Flash, but that's just there. It's good, but I don't have any shows that like I'm so excited to see anymore. I'm hoping Watchmen and Historic Materials can be that at the moment. Give me some recommendations. I want to see Good Omens on Amazon, but I don't have Amazon, so maybe I'll see Good Omens and The Boys when I get it. Disney Plus is coming out this month. Hopefully that'll have some good stuff. I don't know when any of the Marvel shows are coming out for it. There's no trailers yet. I know The Mandalorian's coming out, which I'll probably watch, but Star Wars isn't really my thing so much. I mean, I like it, but I don't get excited for it. I like it. There we go. There's my desert rose, Adenium with red flowers, just like my other one, but you know, can't be too picky. I'm gonna leave a mess, and my family's gonna kill me if they get back there in Universal Studios. I actually have family visiting from Colorado, which is good. I'm glad I get to hang out with you guys a bit. Tommy and Barbara and Jenny and Ian. Unfortunately, I'm working all week because I'm going to EDC this weekend. It's just in the mornings, and they're at Universal right now, so hope they're having fun. Yeah, I'm not going to top dress this, at least not now. I'm going to go ahead and move all these outside, show them off a bit, and go to work. Alrighty, if I don't get a chance to say it, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what shows you guys are watching, or if you have any recommendations. Do you like reaction videos? Would that be something that you might be interested in watching it way down in the future? That's not a plan coming up soon. As far as plans, I need to do a houseplant tour of my room, just showing all the plants that I have. I haven't really updated on those. I need to get a humidifier. Some of my philodendrons, they're doing fine, but the leaves are a little wrinkly, so I want them to look a bangin' for that tour. But I'll probably, I'm new. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm new, and if I make mistakes, I make mistakes. But so I'll probably just show you guys now, and then I'll show you when they improve. I think they're doing okay. Oh my god. Okay, I forgot that I had another plant, because I got this one before. And I need to do this very quickly. So I'm going to just run. I don't have a thing to put in here. I'm just gonna wing it. Whatever. If any of my viewers are from the UK, I really apologize for my offensive occasional British accent, bad British accent. But it just happens. My name's Potter, you know, it just goes with it. My family's not British at all. Well, maybe a little bit, but not significantly enough. Mess. So I am having a nervous breakdown that I'm going to be there, and I'm not going to pour. This is a Pedilanthus rectilis. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, these guys just fell. I'm sorry. Let me get you in here real quick. This is this should be I should start a trend where it's pot racing. That sounds like it's a marijuana reference. It is not. Don't do drugs, kids, unless you're an adult and that's your thing, I guess. You know, I think I'm living up to the plant thing. One of the great things that I enjoy about plant videos, Plantarina, when she's kind of acting a little manic, in a good way. It's kind of entertaining. So hopefully I'm bringing that live. All right, so let me get this in here real quick. I don't know why I'm insisting on doing this now, but I want to. So this should probably be a little bit deeper, but I can rectify that later. And this is great because I'm using most of this soil that I potted up sooner than I should have. Mixed up sooner than I should have. Now, I think this looks fine, but, oh my god, I'm making a mess. But, my schedule changed, so I used to work at 2 and now I work at 1, and it's throwing me off. But this is fine. I think that should be a little deeper. Hopefully it's okay. But this is my Pedilanthus. Isn't it pretty? Let's get to work. So the schedule's throwing me off, and the bad part about this pot is that I have put it a little too high, so all this soil is going to overflow when I water it. But, you know, we'll get to that when we get to it. Ah, you're going outside. All right.
Oh no, and I have this Ubuntu that I need to repot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Let me move my San Pedro back. And this Ubuntu that's stabbing me now. Don't stab me, lass.
Alrighty. Let's go. And the little ones, hello.
Ooh, I'm gonna get fired.
So, a fat man running around. Hopefully you have not been subjected to my butt crack at all today. Quick little preview of this. Here's my cactus trough. Here's some guys under here. Desert Rose, that thing, Ubuntu, San Pedro, Euphorbia, Crassula, Cotyledon, Pedilanthus, jungle tree cactus, Caribbean tree cactus, and my other Adenium. Ooh. I'm gonna just edit music over this because that's embarrassing. Thanks guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.